G'day so-and-sos and welcome to our sewing room. If we haven't met before, my name is Cathy. My little gargoyle pussycat up there is Purr. And this week we have a really fun scrap buster project. And it is once again inspired by what I've been binge watching on TV. So I've been binge watching Twin Peaks, which one of the lines in there has really stuck with me about the owls. The owls are not what they seem. I still have no idea what it means, but I'm really enjoying it. So today we're making owls. Now this is a great scrap buster project, great beginner project, or if you're trying to amuse little ones at home or teaching them how to sew, this would be a really good fun thing to make. So very easy, obviously, and this one is I've made into a little pin cushion, but you could also put some rice or some weights in there and use it as a doorstop, or just have them as just a fun ornamental thing. You'll find the pattern pieces in a link in the description box, and as always, they're completely free. Just click on it and download. There'll be 2 pages, one for the triangle and then one for the circles. So if you wanted to make yourself a little family of owls, you could print them out at 110%, you could print them out at 80% and make yourself some different sizes. If you do that, just make sure that you're printing out both pages at the same size. Okay, so over here I have acrylic ruler, scissors, I have pins and clips, but use whatever you like, whatever floats your boat. I've got something to turn out my work. I've got needle and thread, I've got fabric glue and some polyfill. And then I've got my eyes. I don't know which ones I'm going to use today, we'll see. You can use buttons if that's all you've got, which would be super cute. I've got some teddy bear eyes, which I used for this one. And for that, I used a seam ripper and a little awl to make the holes to pop them through. But I found these little adhesive ones that I might try and stick on. And if they don't stick well enough, I might use my glue. See how we go. Then I've got my pattern pieces. So it'll be really clearly marked. From the small circle, I've cut out my cardboard bit. And then from my big circle, I've cut out my fabric. And then for the front bit of the owl, I'm using this blue. So I've cut out the triangle for that. And then for the back of the owl, I've cut out the bigger triangle. Now it's out of the same pattern piece. What you'll do is fold your fabric that you want to use for the back in half, place your pattern piece on top of it like that, and then cut down the side and around the circle. And then when you open it up, you'll have the bigger bit. So that's what cut on fold means if you haven't seen that before, and it's clearly marked on the pattern piece. So I've got my 2 triangle pattern pieces, and what I'm going to do is place them right sides together. So pretty side to pretty side, lining up that side of the fabric, lining up the points up the top there, and whack some clips down along that side. Okay, now we're going to take that over to the sewing machine and sew that side. Okay, so needle down in my work. I'm 1/4 inch seam allowance and my stitch length is 3.5. Little back stitch there. And I'm just going to maintain that seam allowance all the way up. Now it's going to seem a little weird at the top where the point is because you're going to want to naturally sort of end on that point, but just keep 1/4 inch seam allowance from the side of your fabric all the way up the top there like that. And then back stitch there. Take that out. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to join up these 2 sides like that. So our fabric is right sides together, and just pop our clips down that side now. This is such an easy project, but just so cute and so much fun. Okay, that's what it will look like. So just make sure you've got all this side over here so we're not accidentally sewing over that. And same thing. This time I'll start up that end and I'll be 1/4 inch seam allowance. And again, little back stitch there and sew down this side. Now, if you're wondering, if you haven't seen my channel before, if you have, you'll know, but this is a sewing stiletto, this thing in my hand, and it comes in handy. It's very useful, and I'm just using it to keep my fingers away from that needle. So I'm using it sort of like a finger. Okay, there we go. Let's flip him inside out. And another thing it's good for is for poking out those points like that. Although someone did say to me the other day that they use a crocheting hook, which is a great idea because it's got that rounded tip. But yeah, I just use these things all the time. I love them. Okay, let's take this over to the ironing board. So I'm going to lay that so that blue accent piece is pretty much in the middle, and just give that a good iron. And just iron those seams and iron down the side. Just get it nice and neat. Okay, let's take this back to the table. So now we're going to make his little face. So I'm going to take my top point and I'm just going to turn that down about 2 inches. So from the tip here up to the top, I want about 2 inches. That looks good enough. Okay, then take my needle and thread, and from the inside, I'll just hold his little nose in place, poke that through, and just whack a few stitches in there just to hold his little nose in place. And just one more will do it. Okay. And just tie that off in the back. Cool bananas. All right, too easy. Now we can flip him back out and have a look at where we want to pop his eyes. I really like those little stick-on ones. Let me see if I can make these work. So if you've got buttons, you'll just sew them on, and I've seen these done with buttons and they're just freaking adorable. So if you don't have any eyes, don't worry about it. But oh, I just love these. All right, bit of glue. Oh, all right. Okay, and just place them where you think they look good. So one there. I thought they were adhesive, but they're not. So, but I got these off Temu ages ago. Oh. Glue everywhere. All right. And then the other one there, like that. And I just want to make sure that I'm not gluing the sides of my fabric together. All right, gonna pop that there and just let that dry for a sec. I'll pop my scissors up in there so it doesn't stick to each other, and grab my big circle, and I'll just put a bit more thread onto my needle. So I've got nice long thread on my needle and I've got my big circle. Now what I'm going to do is just start weaving my needle in and out, and I'm just going to work my way around all the way. Now when I do this, I'm going to make sure that I am leaving, and I've just got it single thread like that, not doubled over or anything like that. Just going to leave a bit at the beginning. I've probably got way too much there, so that I can tie it off once I get all the way around, which is going to take a little bit. So if you are a fan of, like, I haven't watched Twin Peaks before. I remember, like, it was such a big deal, like when it first came out and everyone was like, oh, Twin Peaks, but I just never watched it. And it was only recently that a friend on Facebook was talking about it, and I thought, oh, I should probably get around to watching that one, because I finished Yellowstone and I'm all caught up with Dutton. Like, I've watched Yellowstone a million times, and I've all caught up with Dutton Ranch, so I needed something else to binge on. So I started watching that, and man, it is a trip. I love it. It is so just, I love that weird, cool, just yeah, just just the what the hell is happening type vibe of it. It's very cool. But yeah, the whole owl thing, the owls are not what they seem. It's just, yeah, I love that. And Adrian's not really a fan of that sort of stuff. And he's looking at me and he's going, what does that mean? I'm going, I don't know. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. We might find out later, we might not. But I don't want to Google it and like get ahead of myself and, you know, find out what everything means, because that spoils the fun. So don't tell me. Don't put it in the comments if it actually means anything at all with that show. Yeah, there's one dream sequence where I forget his name now, the FBI guy, where he's sitting in the room and there's Laura and the short dude, and yeah, it's just so cool, and just the jazz and everything is just awesome. Absolutely love it. It's just, yeah, totally trippy. So if you haven't watched it, then highly recommend it. It's very cool. All right. Okay, I'm just going to shut up and just keep working all the way around and see you here in a sec. Okay, I'm all the way back to the beginning. I will take my needle off there and I will take my cardboard bit, pop that on the wrong side of the fabric, so make sure that it's on the back of the fabric. Grab those threads and just give them a good pull like that. And just try and get that kind of in the middle, like that. And then tie off my threads. So there's the base of our owl. Cool, I have way too much thread. Can't be too careful. All right, you found some treats? We found some treats that Lucy Purr can have that don't set off her allergies. So she's stoked. All right, hopefully my little eyes are dry. Let's cut that away and let's stuff our owl. So before I start whacking the polyfill in, I'm going to do the same thing as what I did with the circle. I'm just going to pop my needle in and just work my way all the way around, but I'm going to be careful not to pull it tight because I want to be able to put that polyfill in there. But this is how we're going to close up the bottom of the owl, the same way as what we did the circle. So leave myself a good, oh my God, God's everywhere. Leave myself a good tail there and just work my way all the way around, just back and forth. I'm not being overly neat or careful, so don't stress yourself too much about that. We just want to be able to pull it all closed. All right, back to the beginning. Take my needle off, whack him in my other one. Cool, so I've got 2 long tails of thread, overly long. Cool, cut that bit away so it's not in my way. Now I can stuff him. So grab some polyfill, and I'm not going to put it into like huge handfuls at once because I want it to all sit nice, and just work that up into the top and just stuff him. Stuff the owl. Now, if you didn't have polyfill, you could just use scrap fabric or anything like that. Some rice to make him like a little paperweighty type one, or a pattern weight would be very cool. So whatever you have will work. Make it work. All right, grab those threads and I'm just going to pull them and see if I think I've got enough polyfill in there. See what he looks like. Oh yeah, he's cute. He's cute. All right, pull that tight. We don't want any polyfill getting out. We don't want the cat eating it. Okay, and then close that up. Just whack a couple of knots in there. Righto, cut that away. Now, I still wanted his little ears to have a little bit of a point like that, so I didn't go poking it right up into his ears. Oh, he's so cute, so cute. Where's my glue? Get all that crap off me. Magical cleaning fairy will feel useful. Okay, just going to wipe off all that glue off there. Whack some glue on the bottom. Really should have cleaned that up. I'm so messy. I'm such a messy person. Someone said to me the other day about how organised I always am with my videos, and I'm like, I'm really not. I'm just faking it. Don't believe everything that you see on YouTube, especially with people that do like sewing and stuff like that. I'll be watching videos and I can see where they've edited out like a mistake or something. I try and leave in my mistakes if it's not like too time consuming for the person to watch. But if I have skip stitches or something, I'll show that I've had skip stitches and I'll explain why it happened and how I'm going to fix it. Because I believe that no one's perfect. You've got to show like no one can make a project and it turns out perfect every time with no mistakes along the way. Ran out of breath there and I won't edit that out. I'm going to take my little owl and then I'm just going to plop him on top where I put all that glue. And then I will just leave him to sit for a while and to glue his little butt onto his stands. So that was a fun little quick one to do. As usual, if you enjoyed that, like, share, hype, all that type of thing. It really does help when you guys share my videos to your friends, family, and to sewing groups. Helps other people find me. Okay, well, that's it for me. I will see you guys next week. Until then, remember, it's only fabric. We can always buy more. See you, peeps. Bugger.